Hi everyone, and welcome to TotalBeginners.com. This is our very first video series, and it's going to focus on Android development. It's geared to the complete and total beginner, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. This first lesson is going to be about how to set up your computer on Windows 7 because it's the most popular, and most likely if you're a complete beginner, you'll be more comfortable using this than something like Ubuntu or a different Linux distribution. So we're going to go ahead and stick with Windows 7 just for this series. If you do have a different one, there's a ton of different references that you can use online. But let's go ahead and get started and set up your Windows 7 computer for Android development. The first thing that I recommend doing is installing Java. And you're going to have all of these links, so you don't need to worry about, trying to pause the video and copy it down. I'll provide all these links for you. But the first one is the Java Platform JDK. That's Java Development Kit. So you can go ahead and just click download, and it's going to bring you to a place where you need to accept the license terms. And then you're going to see two for your operating system. There's going to be a Windows 64-bit version and an 86 version. I recommend, if you do have a 64-bit version, downloading both of them. I do that because I have some programs that are a 32-bit program, and they do require the Java 32-bit version instead of the 64, and it won't recognize it if I only have the 64-bit version. So I'm going to go ahead and download both of these here. And this will take a little bit. As soon as these get done, I'll be back and we can go ahead and move on to the next part. Alright, and both of those have finished downloading. I'm just going to go ahead and install them here. And if it does give you a prompt to do registration, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you don't have to do it right away. Alright, so now we have the 32-bit version and the 64-bit version of Java JDK installed on our computer. Alright, and the next step is going to be to install the Android SDK. So we'll just go ahead and download it first, and this will take a while. Alright, now that that's done downloading, I'm going to go ahead and we can install it. And it detected Java, so we'll go next. And the ideal place to install it is probably going to be at the root of your hard drive. So I recommend doing it, whatever your primary hard drive is that you're using, just directly off of it. And I would keep the same name, Android SDK. And go to next. And install. And once this is completed at the bottom, go ahead and click Next, and you can start the SDK Manager. You're going to see several things in here. Don't worry about these things that say installed. I already currently do have it installed, but you won't. Alright, now the main things that we're going to want are tools, extras, and then in here there are several different things, and they do take up a lot of space on your hard drive. The main ones that are recommended by Google, for example, would be the platform, Google API, the system image. I recommend the documentation and sources. Well, anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and mark all of them. I have enough space on my hard drive. And you'll have the option, once those are chosen, to click Install Packages. Go ahead and click Install Packages. And you will probably have to say accept all. Actually, I'll just go ahead and add a couple more so you can see exactly what you see. You'll see something similar to this. Click Accept All and Install. And you'll see it does take quite a long time to download. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that go. And once it's finished, I will go ahead and be back. Alright, and that finally finished here. Now what we're going to do is you can go ahead and close out of that, and we're going to set up the Android path variables to the Tools folder and also Platform Tools. You can go ahead and see those folders right in here. So what we're going to do, here's Platform Tools and Tools. Easiest way just to find out the path so you don't actually have to type it all in is if you just click up there, then you can copy this. And we can close it, we don't need it open. And then go to Start, right click Computer, go to Properties, Advanced System Properties, and Environment Variables. Click on that. And then underneath System Variables, you're going to want to scroll down till you'll see Path. Double click on that. And actually you can see I already have these installed. But the way that it works is, let me just go back to the beginning of this part so you can see. You may have several things already in here, and if that's the case, at the very end of the last part that's in there, put a semicolon, and then you can paste your path, which is C, and then if it's set up like mine, Android SDK Tools, put another semicolon in there, and then you're going to want to also do one for Platform Tools right here. So you can go ahead and type that in, and click OK, and OK. And one way to test it is you can just go to Start, Command, and then type in ADB space devices. If you hit enter, and it may say something like it's something starting or something like that. I already have it running, so it just says list of devices attached. If you get an error message that says cannot be found or something, that means that it has not been installed correctly, and you can go ahead and either shoot me an email or else you can leave a comment or something like that, and I'll help you out. So after that's installed, then we want to go ahead and install Eclipse, the Eclipse IDE. And there's two different ones, well, there's several different ones that you can choose. This is a very common one for Android development. Some people use this, and Google recommends this on their website for Android. I'm going to go ahead and just go with Classic right now, and I have a 64-bit version of an operating system. I'll just click the default here, and this is going to go ahead and download, which will take another little while. Once this finishes, then I'll be right back and we will continue on. Okay, and now Eclipse has finished downloading. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And just extract it. And here it is. We'll go ahead and start it. And for this part, you can just go ahead and click OK. You don't have to do anything special. Alright. And what we're going to want to do for the very first thing is we want to install the ADT plugin, which is the Android Development Tools plugin. And that's going to actually allow us to write our code and create a project for Android. So we're just going to go ahead, I'm just going to copy this, and I'll have this in the instructions below. And then we're going to go to Help, Install New Software, and Work With. We're going to just go ahead and add in that link. Click Add. For here, we could just type in ADT plugin, The name doesn't matter a whole lot. And then you're going to see two things appear. We're going to want to check Developer Tools and go to Next. This gives a summary of the different packages that are going to be installed. Go to Next, accept the terms, and finish. And if you get a security warning, go ahead and click OK. It's fine. And you need to restart Eclipse in order for the changes to take effect. Click Yes. And you can just click OK again. And you're all set. This is the very first step on how to set up your computer in order to develop Android applications. And in future lessons, we're going to actually build our own application and learn much more to developing for Android. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.